Over the past few decades, there have been significant advancements in the field of information technology. These enhancements have revolutionized the way we live, work, and interact with the world around us. Today, we'll delve into 4 major IT game changers that have shaped our modern landscape. I have been fortunate to have lived through all of these total game-changing IT enhancements. The first one, I actually got to be a part of. Back in 1984, I worked with AT&T and IBM rep Evan Hankins to digitize an image. This photo of my daughter Kimberly was the first digital image to ever be displayed. AT&T had developed a card that could convert a stream video into a digital image. We were asked to save the digital image and be able to redisplay it. So that launched my company RVI. We then took this technology to IBM and eventually partnered with IBM to sell RVI all over the world. I used to tell my RVI partner Dave Woodring, one day you would go to Sears on the computer and buy a fishing rod and never have to walk into the store. He told me, "Stop saying that, people will think you are crazy." Digital imaging became a new way of life in time. New online companies were eventually formed like Amazon, Expedia, Realtor.com, and of course Facebook. None of that would have ever been possible without digital imaging. The second total game changer for IT was, of course, the internet. To this day, people are still finding ways to do things on the internet that were not even a thought less than 20 years ago. The third game changer was mobile technology. Now you can access your documents, videos, send pictures and emails right from your mobile device. Mobile technology was a life-changing innovation just as the internet was. The fourth IT enhancement is artificial intelligence. Even though it's still evolving, what it can do today is far beyond what we can imagine. The questions I get up front about AI are, is it smarter than us? Absolutely. Can it think faster than us? On complex tasks? Without question. Will it take my job? Probably not. But companies that use AI could. Let me share a few customer stories that will put some real return on investment for these companies. One customer is a worldwide religious organization. Our software brings in between 500 to 1,000 invoices through email every day. Our imaging and AI software automatically reads the invoices, indexes the invoices, and it even decides how to code them into their general ledger accounting. AI knows who the buyer was and sends it down a workflow to their terminal for a one-click approval. Then it sends it off to be paid. This one process runs 100% accurately every day, saving tons of employee hours, keeping invoices from being lost, notifies the vendor that the voucher has been cut and saves tons of time in accounting. There really is not much setup at all. No one has to zone in the indexes of each invoice at all. The AI just understands the layout of invoices. It has millions of them already in its large language model, so it knows what is what. You can also query information about its process or about any invoice that came in. Things like how long was it from the time we got it, to the time the check was cut, by vendor. Who do we pay the most often? What buyer purchases the most? Information that would take forever to get is just all known by AI. Another customer of ours that AI and RVI have been a great return on investment is a very large transportation company. Before AI, they would scan in trip documents coming back from the trucks and have an overseas company doing data entry and document typing each of the 100,000 documents that night while everyone in the US was sleeping so the billing can pick up the indexed images to run billing the next day. This was costing the company a lot of computer time and bandwidth to get the foreign company to do the work at night besides the cost of indexing. Now the documents come back from the drivers electronically, right after the digital signature is captured. Our AI software gets the order number and the document type through AI and indexes it within a second, allowing you to bill the customer before the driver even leaves the facility. This saves tons of computer expense, extra data entry expense, and gets the 2 days earlier billing, which amounts to about $2 million in the bank sooner. With AI and RVI, we can very easily create chatbots for your employees or customers. We do it almost always using the employee manual so that any employee can just chat with the HR chatbot to get their questions answered about vacation, sick leave, and so on. With this flexibility, they can gather any documents to answer their customers' questions, and we can create a text chatbot or even voice bots so customers calling in can have their questions answered on the spot without a wait time. Being an image company, the customers can request copies of everything from proof of delivery to invoices to shipping rates. We can have two-way conversations with our employees where we need to have AI ask them for an update on things like certificates, driver licenses, to proof of any kind of documentation. Whatever you can think of that has an expiration date, we can have AI create a workflow to get that information back at the office without burdening anyone to do that job anymore. We can turn any courthouse into an instant question-answering machine. We can serve up crucial documents to lawyers, realtors, even judges in real time. The items can be charged for monthly, by item, or even yearly subscription to the courthouse, generating income. AI can understand in natural language what the person would like to get, like all documents for a case number or defendant, and AI can tell them what documents are available and can even send them to their phone or email address. No one has to be involved. We also audit everything so you can see the value of what AI is doing for your organization. As I've been teaching this class for IBM at Northwestern, AI has moved so far ahead in the 6 months I prepared before the class started. I had written certain AI applications I was going to teach the students. Then when the time came to start preparing for the classes, the AI programming editors now have incorporated AI engines into themselves. So the software just asks, "What do you want to build?" I have to say no, I have already built the programs. I just want to import my own code. The AI says okay, then uploads them. Like my 40 years of coding experience was in question, right? As I upload the programs, AI looks the code over and says, "Let me clean this code up for you." And I'm like, "What? I don't need cleaning up." It says, "This code won't even run with all the new updates, but I will fix it." And so it does. Now I try to decide, am I going to be teaching programming or how to use the AI tools to have it write your code? What a scary concept. People want to compare the AI revolution between countries like the space race was back in the 60s. I can understand how the space race was putting the United States against Russia to show they were the true leader and who was in control of the high ground. But the space race had a finite finish line, the moon. Then it was over. AI is way more than that. It doubles in capacity every 6 months. PCs in their greatest growth were doubling every 18 months. Even today, AI can prove that it can do things better than the normal person. What we have to remember is, AI cannot ever be more human than us, and it cannot share the life experiences that we have. But I do believe we all have to embrace the technology. I promise AI is not going to go away, and neither is the internet. The country that makes the most cost-effective and efficient AI engine will truly be a huge winner. Imagine if Windows and Apple were not US products and you had to contact a foreign country for support. How complicated that would be. I believe this has awakened to that thought and why there is a huge Stargate initiative. It's a race we cannot afford to lose. I remember what crossed digital documents into everyday life was when digital documents became trusting. Once people knew they could trust that it was a real signature, or an original document, it was truly wide-open acceptance. AI seems to be starting out on such an exceptional path of making life easier, but for it to go mainstream, it has to do what digital documents did for humanity, and that is to gain your trust before it's accepted. As president of Real Vision, we will provide several enhancements to our software using artificial intelligence. Our commitment is, as new developments in AI come along, we will continue to enhance our software to bring our customers forward with us. Since our customer base is so broad, we will have several opportunities to enhance each of them in a kind of unique way. As all of our development today and in the past has been to try to incorporate the enhancements that can be shared across every size and type of company. Although I am always happy to work on specific needs, it's just fun, and I do love a good challenge. What I will do for Real Vision customers is inform and educate each of you with a monthly webinar, so you can ask questions and make plans on incorporating the new world of AI. I truly believe our customer base has a lot to gain by paying attention to the savings this technology can bring to you. And we always want our software to help you compete in your industry to remain a leader. Stay in the loop by signing up on our website to receive notices of webinars and newsletters. Visit realvisionsoftware.com.